So the career question of the day is, do we think going into sales is a waste of time? Well, I'm going to tell you straight up, my answer is no. It is not a waste of time. And I will dig into multiple things telling you why. Obviously, we do career planning and help people with career advancement. We do college planning. We help people figure out where they want to go in life. We do this every day, all day, writing resumes, interview coaching. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We're also part of a holding company that's got a dozen other companies and brands. Several of those are recruiting companies that have been around for 2 decades. All day, every day, we talk careers. But let's talk sales jobs. One time I posted on LinkedIn, and this is coming from a business owner's perspective. Someone that has, didn't grow up with much, had to go out, grind it out, make it on my own. And you saw people like Warren Buffett and Schultz, the guy that forgot his first name, that started Starbucks, Howard. They both started off in sales. Think about that. Warren Buffett and the founder of Starbucks started off in sales. And so many of the startups that I've seen get off the ground, it started with salespeople. But let's get into the thought of why people don't want to do sales. One time I posted on LinkedIn, there's so many people on LinkedIn complaining about their school loans. I made a post and I'm like, hey, if you want to pay your school loans off, go into sales. Go make some money and get your school loans paid off. And I remember it kind of went viral, and then I got quite a bit of nasty comments because sales is a terrible job. It's got no passion. It's got no purpose. And you think about how many things would not exist in this world without sales. Yeah, there wouldn't be much left out there. We'd have the government and healthcare when you think about it. But I always look at things from the perspective of, I don't wake up every day focused on what I love or what I have a passion for. I kind of save that for my hobbies. I looked at it as when I was growing up and I didn't have much money, that I needed to pay rent. My father needed some money. I needed health insurance. I wanted to buy a couch. I needed a car. I needed to make money. So my primary goal in life has always been to provide for myself. And that's work. I never really cared what I did for work. I always saw it as I needed money to pay my bills. And that's where I get into the thought of, if you can separate this mindset that you've been programmed with, that if you're not doing something you love, you're wasting your time. Well, I think making money so you can feed your family is never a waste of time. And I think making money so you can retire one day and take care of your mother and father if they need to is not a waste of time. And they don't really teach us in school anymore. So I don't see sales jobs as a terrible gig. It's one of those things that a job is a job. A job allows you to make money so you can go exchange it for things such as clothes and food and rent. If you go back 500 years ago, you'd wake up in the morning and you go find your own food, make your own clothes, and build your own house. Think about this for a minute. Now, when I look at sales jobs, when I pulled this up on Indeed, I think it said there's over 800,000 openings right now. Granted, some of these are the commission only, you don't want to get involved in that stuff. But there's many companies out there that is looking for someone to just show up and just try and learn and do the best they can. Those jobs can pay, $40,000, $50,000 a year plus bonus or commission. What you don't realize is how many people I know that make six figures, big six figures in sales. I mean, I'm not into this $9,000 to $30,000 a month. Like, that's that commission stuff. You're looking for an honest living. Viking Cruises, probably don't doubt it. You can sell that stuff. You think of real estate as sales as well. You can go and become a realtor. That's another thing you can use sales for. If you were to start your own business, you're going to have to sell, believe it or not. Titan House, okay? So IT security, $250 to $280. I know people in enterprise security. They're making $253. I knew someone that was selling enterprise hardware systems. He was making $350. He's up in Clarkston in a $2.5 million house. I think his wife works in tech too. You're watching these salespeople pull down $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 if you're selling at the high level. But you got to start somewhere. So it's one of those things that I think any job that feeds your family and puts food in your mouth is not a bad job. And I never saw sales as a bad job. I saw sales as I had to do sales to build my companies. Just as, you saw Warren Buffett and Howard Schultz get into sales. There's so many things that you learn in sales, the business acumen, building relationships, dealing with customers. But there's so many people that don't want to do it right now. It's created this void that is allowing people to get into sales right now and make a lot of money. And it's one of those things that, can you go do this for 10 or 15 years and really treat it like a career and build something out of it? Don't treat it like a job, treat it like a career. You go in every day and you bust your butt 40 or 50 hours a week, to the point to where you get your school loans paid off, you can buy a home, you can put some money in the bank. You know how many times I've heard people say that they can't get married right now because their school loans are dragging them down. They don't have money to buy a house. They want to have a kid. They want to have their first child, but their school loans, like all this stuff. And it's like, you're telling me that going into sales is terrible, but you'd rather work a job that still has no meaning making $30,000 a year and let that debt own you, let that school loan own you, not have money for a home. I never lived that way. If it paid money, I'd go do it. I'll show up to work every day. There was no ego in trying to find success and to go create the life that I wanted. So it's like you're letting school loans and debt slow you down from getting married, from buying a house, from having your first child, knowing that there's jobs out here you could go do that would give you the financial means to live the life you want and have financial security. Look, if everybody only did the things they loved, this whole world would fall apart. Like it or not, you need someone to pick up the trash. You need someone to work on power lines. You need people to sell things so companies can exist. I know a lot of people in the hospitality industry go work a job as a line chef. It's a non-stop gig, on your feet, high pace, all day long. I know a lot of guys that would rather not do that 8 or 10, 12 hours a day. But they do. But if they don't do it, you're not going to eat out anymore. So you got to step back and say, how does society function if people only do what they love or only have a passion for? Big lesson here. They say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I love technology. I got in the tech world in my late teens and I made a lot of money. And that was my favorite thing in the world, was tech. But as soon as it became work, it ruined my hobby. I hate tech now. Tech drives me insane. Because once I had customers, it ruined it for me. And I realized that I'm going to go do jobs that pay me the kind of money that allows me to take care of my family, that allows me to save for retirement, allows me to travel and see the world. I'm making money so I can exchange that for things I need to live. And I'm going to leave my passions and my hobbies as passions and hobbies. And that relationship has worked out much better. At the end of the day, you can go do what you love or have a passion for, but if you're terrible at it, you're going to struggle. No one tells you that. Go do what you love, but you're really poor at it. And then you're going to end up poor because you're not good at that job. And then you never really have any job satisfaction because you're always doing a terrible job. No one in these articles online wants to tell you that information. It's tell them what they want to hear so they keep clicking on my stuff, and these people can keep making money off of you. So that question of the day, is sales a good job? Man, any job that pays you a lot of money and can help you take care of your family and make you financially secure is a good job. I see nothing wrong with doing sales. Climb that ladder until you get into some of these. Man, go get one of these tech startups. Work your way up selling smaller products. Get into one of these tech startups. Those jobs are paying, who knows how much money. Get some stock options. Ugh. Yeah, do that for like 15 years and then cash out and go do something else. But nothing wrong with it. Account management, business development, sales. Go do it. 800,000 jobs open right now. If you want an opportunity, yeah, you're probably going to start at the bottom and you're going to build up some skills. Entry-level sales at an RV center, $100,000, I don't know about. I know those guys are making money because I was talking to a general manager at an RV center and they sold out of RVs the last 2 years. They've made so much money, it is unbelievable. Director of Sales and Marketing for 4 Point Sheraton. I mean, so now you can parlay those sales skills into, working in the hospitality industry. 50 to 75,000. That's a middle class life. It's not bad. Would you rather do that, or do you want to go work in an Amazon warehouse for, who knows, $35,000, $40,000 moving boxes around? Many opportunities out there if you want to make something of it. But that's what it comes down to. Will you make something of it? Or you sit back and say, that's a dirty job and I don't want to do it. Anyways, if you have a career question, drop one below in the comment section and we'll try to get you featured on the show. Until then, we'll catch you on the next one.